As I'm going through my daily practice routine, got the idea of putting a hot mic on and just kind of talk out loud about my thoughts on teaching the game of golf. It's a complicated sport played at a high rate of speed, clubhead speeds that are well over in excess of 100 miles an hour in many cases, most at about 80 mile an hour. We've got a flat club with a round ball that we're trying to match up. And I think the one thing that we can all agree on is that this sport is really hard and really humbling. Why is it that we play good one day and the next day we show up and it's like we've never even played the game before? And that can even happen from round to round or hole to hole. Things go south on you very quickly. And you have to ask yourself, why is that? $1 million question. Why is that? In just shy of 30 years of teaching, it's taken me a long time, but over the last few years, I think we've come across some discoveries through better technology, and there's really only two things that you need to do in order to hit a good quality golf shot. Because we've all hit good shots, bad shots, and indifferent shots. But occasionally, tell me if you can relate to this, occasionally you'll hit a shot that you just hit perfectly. It sounds great, it felt great, it had this euphoric feel, and it's almost like there was no effort involved. The ball flies to your target, good height, good distance, lands somewhere on the green, and you will tell yourself that that was your best golf swing of the day, and it wasn't. It wasn't. Consistency. People ask us all the time to make them more consistent. Whoever's listening to my voice right now, you don't give yourself enough credit for being consistent. Your golf swing is highly consistent. It just is. Because you're human and you only know a certain way to swing the golf club. It may be flawed, but it's consistent. I promise you that. We're proving it indoors every day. However, let's think about this word consistency. The golf ball isn't consistent. It travels high, it travels low, it goes left, it goes right. Now, why is that? If a golf swing is consistent, why is the golf ball doing something completely different every time? That's a good question, and that's what we're trying to figure out. So, kindergarten math. I'm big into teaching kindergarten math. If you've ever taken a golf lesson from me, I tell people all the time, let's take the physics and the geometry out of it, and let's figure out 2 plus 2 adds up to 4. And what is that 2 plus 2 is 4? There's only two things that you need to do to hit a good functional golf shot. The club has to enter the ground in the right location, and you have to strike at center of club face. Period. That's it. End of story. I'll prove this to you. I've just hit a handful of shots. They all sounded euphoric, felt euphoric, landed on the green. And you may be saying, well, sure, you're a golf pro. You've got this beautiful golf swing that can produce a reasonable outcome, but watch this. Watch this golf swing. That golf swing was no good. Where did it go? Good height, good distance. Not quite to the green because it wasn't efficient, but it was still a good quality shot. How about this? Chicken wing. People come to us all the time and we think we got to fix this chicken wing. This chicken wing is the reason I'm playing such bad golf. Nope. There it goes, right up there on the green. So, my point to all this would be you can play with an extremely flawed golf swing. Is it ideal? No. Is it efficient? No. It's just not. I can even aim 45 degrees in that direction, right? And I could still hit a shot that lands up on the green. Why is this? It's because every example of poor technique that I just showed you, my golf club hit the ground in the right location and it hit out of the center of the club face. Why am I better at it than you? Because I have an awareness of it and I practice it. People have very bad practice habits. They practice too long and gain only frustration from it. When you practice, you need to have very detailed ideas of what you practice. Don't worry about what the golf ball does. There's other bits of evidence that you need to pay attention to. It's skill versus technique. I think too many people work on technique and they don't concentrate on the skill to put the club into the ground in the right location and measure where they're hitting it out of the center of the club face. Does it sound easy? In theory, it is. Is it easy? It's easier than you're making it. Okay? Do I want to fix golf swings and make them more appealing and pleasant to the eye and athletic to look at? Sure. Is it necessary? Not even close. Okay? So it's macro versus micro. The macro version is what this golf swing looks like on video, and we do this a lot. We study our students' video, and we have certain preferences of where the clubs and arms and wrist conditions should be at certain spots, right? But it's not the most important part. It's not the two things that are absolutely necessary. So when you're working indoors in the winter, I think it's the perfect time to come in and have these conversations. I would love, and I love doing it, I love to debate these ideas and these thoughts. They're only mine. They're just my thoughts. If it's something that you would be interested in talking more about, come and see us. It is, what is today? Friday, and it's snowing as we speak. We've got about 2.5, 3 inches on the ground. We're going to be indoors for the next 2 or 3 months. There's no question about that. Let's make yourself better during these winter months. Okay, so by the time March and April rolls around, you're off and running. So if any of these thoughts or ideas are appealing to you, give us a call, email us. Let's get you in here. If you want to debate them, I would love to debate that. Okay? So, I appreciate the time. Again, just my thoughts on how I feel about teaching the game. Go in. That'd be a heck of a way to end this video. So if you want to continue on this conversation, come on in and let's get you booked. And let's see what we can do in order to enhance your golf experience come this spring. I appreciate your time.